Eastern Conference rival going into this game. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets playing here in Houston. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Win the tip. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot's good from Lawson.
And an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
Now here's Parsons, picked by Williams. Parsons dishes to Nowitzki. Pachulia the pass to Matthews. Pocket 6. Nobody near Parsons. Connects from three-point range.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Lawson. The teardrop falls in.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Williams kicks to Parsons. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by Howard.
And Dwight Howard, a former three-time Defensive Player of the Year, still remains a fearsome presence in the paint.
Now here's Lawson inside. The jump hook. You know what?
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Williams with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Nowitzki a screen. Harden against Parsons. Back to Williams. It's deflected. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And stolen by Parsons. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist from Parsons.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Lawson. After Wesley Matthews' score, 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Parsons outside. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons outside. And it's Dallas with another.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Harden against Matthews. The 10-footer. Got a piece of it. Puts it up from 15. Oh, it's the buzzer beater.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, you know, on the court, it's my sanctuary. You know, I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships, and I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept. mindset that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Barea is out there with Phelps. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. And it's Matthews in at the 3 spot. Now here's Nowitzki. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Now here's Barea. Nowitzki a screen. Matthews, no one around him. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Matthews has got 5.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Will make substitution. .119 left now here in the second.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Dallas leading by 7. To the inside. Can't finish the one-handed jam.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And Lawson with the drive. Here's Moniunas. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Moniunas has got 5 points so far.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
Now here's Parsons. 5 points in the game, and he gets it to go. He's got 7.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
To the middle, here's Howard, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. No one near him. Ariza with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Lawson outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Mavericks lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Carlisle. And Rick, what have you liked about the way your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over. Doing a pretty good job defensively, but a long way to go.
Coach, thank you so much. Pretty good start, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball, good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
All right. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been quite a game for Chandler Parsons.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Mavericks leading by 5. Motherboard and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the point. And that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Parsons. There's a good screen. Here's Nowitzki. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Nowitzki's got the first field goal of the second half for the Mavs.
You know, and Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign player ever. Of course, he had a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
And here is Williams, following Motherboard's three. Kicks it out to Parsons. Pass to Nowitzki. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nowitzki's got 6.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some softy.
Lawson against Williams. To the middle. Here's Howard. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Laws's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
Mavericks making a change here. Felton's checked in. Williams. Outside, Felton. Nowitzki outside. Clock at 4. Off target from three-point range. Rockets trail by 4. There's the pass to Jones. Houston moving the ball around. Screen by Jones. Harden outside. And another 3 for Houston.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Pachulia, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Matthews kicks to Pachulia. Matthews against Ariza. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Houston. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Williams. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the contest. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with a 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Here's Felton after the Rockets pick up 3. Villanueva with a screen on Harden. Felton attacking, and the rejection by Harden for the lead, and the layup good by Beverly. Beverly's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston. Harris kicks to Felton from about 19 feet, and that's good for 2.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Harden, no good there. It's a tie game here in Houston, and we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Houston's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Harris is out there with Darren Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for your Rockets, Trevor Ariza. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw drops for Ariza. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Williams dishes to Harris. Kicks it to Nowitzki. On the money with the open jumper. Nowitzki's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Screen by Howard. Lawson kicks to Brewer. Rejected by Nowitzki. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Here's Moniunas. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And so here is Dallas. A 2-point game. Lawson's against Williams. Nowitzki sets a screen for Williams. The dish to Nowitzki. He used that pick to perfection. Nowitzki's got 4 points in the quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Houston moving it around. Julia with the steal. It's Williams with the drive. Parsons passes to Nowitzki. Williams with the ball to the paint. Here's Pachulia. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the play.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Matthews is checked in. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 3. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Screen by Howard. Dishes to Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 1. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Rockets trail. Ariza has the open look, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him SHD, shaking his head. Tough miss that time. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Harden gets to Ariza. And fouled hard that time. No get to the line. Shot two. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
At the line for two.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that ties the game up.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
And the Mavericks call time here. The score is tied at 33. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Left to play here in the fourth. Nowitzki sinks it.
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
41 seconds left in the game. Harden against Matthews. Feeds it to Howard. Tries from 10. Shot no good. Some solid D from Nowitzki. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Now, here's Nowitzki. Good!
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake. And then see what happens after that.
The feed to Harden. Kicks to Moniunas. Pass to Lawson. It's Ariza on the wing. Another miss by Houston.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dirk, during that second half, what brought the conviction the team showed that allowed you guys to win this thing?
I think we just battled, and that was good for us. I thought that really won us the game down the stretch. We scrambled for each other, we rotated, got a couple lucky bounces down the stretch, and that always helped.
Dirk, thank you. Kevin, it all starts starts with that competitive spirit.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan player, Dirk Nowitzki. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
And this guy's been doing this his whole career. Man, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, an icon in the city he brought a championship to. And not forget, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
There was no shortage of points in the paint for him tonight. He was doing his thing, using his big body to create space and make easy baskets for his teammates and himself inside. When he got his hands on it, he didn't mess around.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.